All right. This is a another architecture review video for Onlook. I just want to walk through and kind of talk a little bit about some of the architecture decisions, how we're set up, how Onlook works. Hopefully, this helps contributors, users, whoever understand what we're doing here. So you've already seen the Onlook demo. I won't belabor it, but just essentially, I just want to walk through a couple of the modules. First one is being able to edit visually. So what is happening with Onlook is that this is actually this is a browser window. So this is pointing to our local host, which you can see here. It's also pointed here. And we're just editing the DOM directly, so you can see that these aren't being kind of propagated. But if we write to code for that example, so this writes here, obviously, and it also writes here. So what's going on is that it's served and we're writing it to code, right? So you see it's there. The changes has been made there. And how we're able to do this technically is if we pop open the Chrome inspection tool here, you'll look at your DOM and you can see that there's this thing called data onlook ID. This data onlook ID kind of holds information that lets us understand, okay, is this a component, for example? If it is a component, what's the usage? Where is it located? Like we get down to the line number and the column number in code. So that's pretty cool, and that's how we're able to do a lot of this writing to code. And to enable that kind of experience is actually really, really little work. All it is actually right here. This one line enables everything. So if I take this one line off, Onlook will just stop working. You can migrate out of Onlook that way. And you can migrate in to Onlook that way. It's not even a migration if I'm being honest. So technically that's how that works. So there's like a component where we're editing the actual DOM, like the browser, and then we have code understanding. We track what is being written. Like if I even insert this here, we can say, hey, this div actually goes in this index in this element right here, which, if you write to code, I can even open that up right away. So that's the first part of how Onlook works. And then I want to walk through kind of the architecture of it as well. So Onlook is an Electron app. What that means is it's basically a node server that is running and that is serving this Electron app, which is really itself just a React app. So you look at that, if I just pop this open, it's just on the DOM, which is pretty cool. And then when you look at kind of how we're able to do some of the other stuff we're doing, you look here, this is just a web view. So this is basically a browser inside of a served web page. You can think of it like an iframe almost. So there's a main Electron process that's serving everything. It also handles the code understanding part where it has file system access, so it can read where your code is, do the writing back to file system. And then the browser view is this module here, is actually just the whole app itself. And then there's the web view, which is this browser window within the browser window. And so those are kind of the three main components of that, and we're architected to also reflect that. So when you look into the directory structure of Onlook, it looks something like this. There's an app folder, which is where the main Electron app lives. Inside, there's like the React front end, which is the browser view. And then there's the Electron folder, which has like some of the code for the main process and the web view. So that helps understand a little bit better. We also have, like I mentioned, the plugins. That is, this code right here is the plugin, and that lives inside of a folder called plugins. and we have a Babel plugin and Next.js plugin, but really all you can, they're basically just two versions of React plugins. And then we have a folder that's for all the demos of the frameworks we supported. Astro was contributed. It works, but we don't support Astro files themselves. So it's not officially supported, but everything else is. And then there's also an npx script that we use to like easily set up your app. So if you're too lazy to do this line right here and also install the Onlook package, you can also just run npx onlook and we'll do that for you. So that's where that code lives. Um, there's some other technical details as well that I won't go too much in depth on, but we just to reiterate, there's a visual editing layer where we're manipulating the DOM. It's a write to code where we're reading from the web page and writing it to code. And then everything as well is stored as an action. So everything you do is kind of an action that can be undo, redo, all that good stuff. And with that, with the actions, we can enable things like online capabilities. If I'm serving this page, someone can send the actions over and I can reproduce the change. You can also save the change locally, re-pull up the change and re-implement them. You could also have an agent actually start writing actions as strings and feed that and do all of this crazy stuff, which is somewhere in the future. So that's pretty much it. I don't know if I missed anything. If I did, sorry. Wait a couple months, I'll make another video. All right. Well, thank you. Hope that helps. Bye.